I'm Jill Duffy, and this is What's New Now. Yesterday, Microsoft announced its next operating system, which it's calling Windows 10. This is, of course, a surprise because the current version of Windows is Windows 8. Actually, it's 8.1, but that's another story. In any event, the company said this new version is so radically different from Windows 8, which was heavily criticized and largely considered a flop, that it deserves not just one integer upgrade, but two. It's hard not to get caught up in the rhetoric here. The whole point of point releases is that they do represent a radically different version of a piece of technology. When you make a big improvement, you up the name of the software or operating system by a full point. When you make minor improvements, you up the number after the decimal place only. Of course, this isn't the first time a company has broken away from the standard numbering and naming cycle. I'm looking at you, Google Chrome 157. Actually, it's only up to version 38 in beta, but you get my drift. Yeah, so a lot of companies don't conform to the numbering scheme anymore. And even Microsoft has been wildly inconsistent. Don't get me started on the company's other branding and naming problems: SkyDrive, OneDrive, Modern, Metro, Hotmail, Windows Live, Outlook.com. Still, skipping an entire version number makes me wonder, was there a version 9? Did Microsoft actually develop and build Windows 9 and it was so terrible that they just scrapped the whole thing? I just imagine a political strategist coming into the room and saying, guys, this is a really easy fix. Skip to Windows 10, everyone will get hung up on the name, and you can call it a day. Skipping a full point release is distracting. It takes a whole lot of pressure off the scrutiny of the functionality itself, at least for now. So what of Windows 10? I do want to applaud Microsoft for a few things. First, the company more or less admitted that Windows 8 got some things wrong. Windows 8 ditched the start menu. People want a start menu. They got used to having a start menu. Windows 10 puts it back. Second, virtual desktops. In Windows 10, you'll be able to have different desktop views and switch between them easily, just like you can in OS X and Linux. And I think that's the right kind of borrowing or stealing of ideas. Third, yesterday's announcement was really focused on enterprise. I've always thought Windows' sweet spot was in business, so it's nice to see the company returning to that focus. And finally, I applaud Microsoft for trying to create one single operating system that works across desktop computers, laptops, and mobile devices. Certainly, Apple is heading in that direction too, and it may be the one place where Microsoft beats everyone else to the punch, as long as they don't become the punchline of their own jokes first. You can read much more in an article by my colleague, Michael Muchmore, called 5 Reasons You'll Want Windows 10 on PCMag.com. I'm Jill Duffy, and that's What's New Now.